So Evaluating Clients' Lifestyle 7.3 by Harry Baker. Client's profile. So your name's Dave, you're 53, you weigh 15 stone, you're 6 foot, and you have a BMI of 29.9. So this is just in the overweight section, as you can see, which is why we're going to manage this and try to work out new things to do. So looking at your lifestyle questionnaire, I've categorized things into strengths and areas to improvement for each section, which you can look at in more depth if you want to. So looking at your questionnaire and what we discussed, I've prioritized two main strengths and two main areas of improvement, which I would like to discuss with you. The first strength would be stress. So this is one of your strengths because you consider yourself to not be made. The second strength is alcohol. This is the second strength I think you have is, although you drink a lot of alcohol, you drink within the recommended guidelines, as you drink around 12 units a week and spread this out throughout the week, and this is within the guidelines which suggest men and women should not regularly drink more than 14 units a week, and to spread the drink over 3 or more days if they are drinking as much as 14 units a week. So this is a strength because excessive drinking over the recommended guidelines can cause many physical and mental health risks, including a weak immune system. Heavy drinkers have a difficult time recovering from illness or injury. Another risk that alcohol can cause is cancer, specifically breast or liver cancer. These are just some of the consequences that alcohol can cause, which you don't have to worry about at the moment as you're sticking within the recommended guidelines, which is really good. But other factors could influence you, because if you became more stressed, then you would drink more alcohol. So we need to keep things under control so alcohol continues to be a strength and you don't spend money when it doesn't need to be spent in daily life, which is good as you can spend the money on other things which you may need. The first area of improvement is physical activity, and I feel this is one of your areas of improvement because at the moment you do not participate in any physical activity at all. So the government and British Heart Foundation recommend that adults should partake in at least 3 to 5 days of physical activity at a moderate intensity where they can talk during the activity. They should do this for 30 minutes at a time. This is an area to improvement because you are not keeping up with what's recommended for you throughout the week. As we feel like this is not one of your strong areas, you are more vulnerable to risk factors associated with lack of physical activity, like cardiovascular disease and other conditions. Less active and less fit people have a greater risk of developing high blood pressure, which you have at the moment, and results in the heart having to work harder and pump the blood, and can also make it grow weaker. Also, a lack of physical activity can add to the feelings of anxiety and depression, and can increase the risk of certain cancers, specifically bowel cancer. This is something we can improve because if you start to feel more depressed or anxious, then other factors in your lifestyle could increase. For example, you might start to drink more, or the amount of cigarettes you smoke each day might increase, which will financially impact your daily life, as you'll be spending more money on alcohol and cigarettes, and this is not good, as the positives we have in your lifestyle may turn to areas for improvement and affect your health. However, whilst this could be improved in one sense, there are many positives from this which could influence change, including that you want to change and get back into sport, as you don't have any injuries at the moment that could stop you from participating in physical activity. Therefore, changes can be made, which is really good, and in your daily life you'll feel better about yourself. The second area of improvement is your nutrition, and specifically because you said to me that you don't have a balanced diet and your portion size is too big, as we discussed, and you eat lots of fast food throughout the week. This is something to improve because there are many effects of a poor diet, including a mineral deficiency, where people with an iron deficiency like you have may get anemia and have too few red blood cells. Although you only need a small amount of the different vitamins in your diet, you will become ill if you don't get enough. Thirdly, you could become more overweight than you originally stated, and if you continue to eat foods that are rich in sugar and fat from takeaways that you eat and a large portion size, and we don't want this to happen. However, even though this is something to improve, we can change this together. In one sense, you may be vulnerable to change as you are prepared to cut down on the amount of takeaways that you eat, and you want to start to learn to make and prepare your own food for yourself. If these changes happen, then they will financially change your life, as you will spend less money throughout the week on takeaway foods, and you can spend money on other things in your life. So the trans-theoretical model. So the trans-theoretical model helps people to understand the different stages in the process, from not being ready to change to thinking about change and then persisting with the behavior. The model has 6 stages, including pre-contemplation. This is someone who is unlikely to change and engage in change in the near future. Contemplation, so this is said to be getting ready stage. Generally, people in this stage have an intention to engage in the behavior change. Preparation, this stage is targeted at people who are getting ready for the behavior change in the next 30 days. Action, this is the stage that takes time to reach. It is people who are not taking part in the behavior change and now need to keep working hard. Maintenance, this is directed at people who have changed and sustained behavior. People in the stage experience and seek support from people that have a healthy behavior. And termination, so this is when the people have given up on their behavior change and they have tried it and now they can't be bothered, they're not bothered about it. So it's an ongoing active process that's going to involve both of us and persisting to change, even with fallbacks, which will occur, which is fine, and we'll deal with them accordingly. So looking at your areas to improvement, I've come up with some strategies for you which may work for you and others may not, which we will discuss. So the first strategy for nutrition is a food diary, and this is a daily calendar of a week, and you'll write down what you eat throughout the day, and we can see and analyze this at the end of the week. So positive this is that you can track what you've eaten. It's also the accountability, so mental. So if you see you have to write it down, you might eat healthier. Negatives are it's a self-report, so you could lie. It's very time-consuming having to write things down, and if you haven't written it down, remembering what you've eaten is also an issue. I feel this isn't suitable for you because this method takes a lot of time and you are very busy throughout the day delivering things, and it wouldn't generally fit into your lifestyle. Therefore, this strategy won't be suitable. The second strategy is batch prep. So this includes like making the food for the week, like could be on a Sunday night for you, ready for the week. So positives are it saves time throughout the week as you don't have to make a meal each day. It's more nutritious than fast food, and it's less cost. Negatives are in the short term it takes a lot of time to make, so preparing them all. It's also not fresh, so the quality decreases, and you might not fancy that meal that day that you've got ready, so you might feel like eating something else. However, I feel this is suitable for yourself because you have flexible working hours when you can take the time to originally prepare the food, and it will also be beneficial to you as it will save money and you won't have to buy takeaways all the time. The third strategy is meals and wills, and this is when people like deliver food to your house each night for dinner. Positives of this are it's the right portion size as it comes in a specific size. It's also convenient, so you can have it delivered when you like, when you want to eat. Negatives of this is that it costs a lot of money, and you have limited choice, so they might offer only a certain amount of dishes each night, and you might not fancy that one. So I feel this isn't suitable specifically to you because you won't save money as it costs a lot, which isn't good as saving money was one of your goals. Also with your work, the work you do, you work different times throughout the week, so therefore there'll be a lot of hassle to book it when you need it, because the meals each day will be different at different times. The final strategy is food plan, and this is sitting down and writing what you're going to eat throughout the day for the 3 meals. Positives this are you can share and create it with others, so around you. It's a reminder of what you're meant to eat throughout the day, and you can choose the meals. The clients can choose the meals themselves, and it's structured daily, so it shows what you're going to eat. And negatives of this are you might not stick to it, so you might just eat something if you feel like it that's not meant to be on there. But I feel this is suitable for you because you said you like reminders, and this is really good because you can look at it and it can tell you what you are meant to be eating. Also, you can create it with your family and they can make sure it's suitable and reasonable, so you stick to it. So I've got a few strategies for physical activity. The first one is functional exercise. So this could include getting off the bus earlier or taking the stairs instead of a lift. Positives are it's for ease, so it's a lot easier. It fits into your daily activity, so it could actually take a lot less time if you go up the stairs instead of waiting for the lift. And it's also cheap and free. Negatives are accountability, so no one's going to check if you actually do go up the stairs. And it's also convenient, so sometimes if the lift's there, you might just hop in that instead. I feel this is suitable for yourself because it's cheap or free, which was one of your aims to reduce money, and it can also benefit you because it can fit into your daily lifestyle now without changing anything. The second strategy is local activities. So this includes just activities in the local area which people set up and you can join. Positives are it's free of charge, it's social, so you can make lots of friends. However, there's lots of negatives, as it might not fit into your schedule, so the time these are on you might not be free. There's a limited choice in what activities, so you may have to do something that you didn't like. And self-confidence, so people might be better than you, so this could put you down and you might not go after that. However, I feel this is suitable for yourself because again it's cheap or free, and it's also a chance to get back playing football again as you really liked playing it in the past. Therefore, these activities were good as you like participating with other people. The third strategy is the local leisure centre. So this is just the place where you can go. It has lots of has all the equipment and has different classes on at different times. So positives is that if you have to go if they've booked it. So and you're fined if you miss 3. So this could be a negative. However, it's a positive because it motivates you to go. And then some negatives are it costs a lot each month and it takes a lot of time as you've got to travel there. But I feel this is suitable for yourself because you said before that you had, if you had a structure, then you would to the leisure centre, and if you've booked it and you didn't want to go, you would have to because you would feel more motivated because there's consequences if not. The fourth strategy is independent exercises. This could be like staying at home, watching YouTube videos and learning things yourself. Positives are it's a cheap alternative and it's convenient, so you can do it at home whenever you like to. However, negatives are you might not have the equipment, so you can't actually do some of the certain skills that the internet shows, and self-motivation, so you might not be bothered to do it. I feel this isn't suitable for you because you said before that you'd rather go to the gym where there's all the equipment, and this will also not benefit you as you don't have any of the equipment at home, therefore it'd be hard to do this strategy. So the final one is personal trainer, and this is someone that can do one-on-one with you. Positives are it's motivational, so they can tell you good things. It's planned and structured and they're specific, so they can show you exactly how to use the equipment. Negatives are it's expensive, and I feel this is not good for you because this strategy costs a lot of money per session where we're trying to cut down money. So and you like doing things in groups, so I feel like a personal one-on-one instructor won't be good for you.